Hello. Hi.
Yo, we're here on Gorilla Beach, and today's episode is about understanding others.
Sometimes we get so self-absorbed that we don't even bother trying to understand the people around us.
Like me, I don't understand Catherine.
Hey, well, I don't understand you.
Well, I don't understand your shirt.
I don't understand your hat.
I don't understand your mama.
I don't understand algebra.
Well, I don't understand macroeconomics.
I don't understand how sound travels in invisible waves.
Guys, understanding each other is very important because it helps us get along instead of fighting or putting one another down.
That's true. I'm sorry, Catherine.
I'm sorry, Stallings.
How can I get to know you better, Catherine?
Well, you can start by getting to know my pet.
Toby? I thought he got smashed by a ginger ale truck.
Not Toby. David, my most special pet. I'll go get him.
Wait, what are we supposed to do while you're gone?
Why don't you watch my conversation with Supreme Court Justice Ruth Ginsburg?
Okay.
What kind of pet do you think that is?
Probably a ringworm.
Bring the noise!
We're walking around the office of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who hasn't retired yet, but based on what I've been hearing from her, she isn't too far off. Right now, she's showing me some Chinese souvenirs or something here. I think they're masks, actually. So what are these? Are these masks?
These masks are from my first trip to China, which was in 1978.
Oh, she is so cute. That one looks like a yodel. You know what a yodel is? It belongs to the Twinkie family. It's a chocolate cupcake with creme in the middle.
Those are also from that 1978 trip to China.
Right. Is it a mask of petrified yodel?
Am I short?
Yeah, right. You see what I mean? I wouldn't be too sure of the constitutionality of some of her decisions, if you know what I mean. She is so sweet. Let's go over here. Now this is what you call the president's corner. I am assuming because you have lots of pictures of presidents. What can you tell me about them?
We start with Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, he was a great president, wasn't he? Didn't he lose like 10 wars and nobody had a job?
It was one of the most trying times in my life.
I'll bet anyone who lived around that time probably said the same thing. In his picture, he looks kind of goofy. Now, when Carter was president, the country was a lot different, wasn't it?
When Jimmy Carter became president, there was only one woman.
Really? Where did she live?
The U.S. courthouse just a few blocks down the road.
Weird. I guess all subsequent women became her spawn. Now it says here in the biography you typed for us that you played for the Washington Redskins as a tight end.
I think I have a keen understanding of what it's like to be at the receiving end.
Yeah, me too. Let's go over to the book room. This is where you spend most of your time, it says. Let me ask you a few questions about the Supreme Court in general. It seems weird to have it in Washington, D.C. with all the traffic and murders and whatnot. Have you ever thought of moving it to Spain?
We are all devoted to keeping the Supreme Court in the place that it is.
But if you think about it, moving the Supreme Court to Spain would solve a lot of problems.
It makes no sense.
Wow, shoot me down, why don't you? So when you get hungry, do you ever get tempted to eat the yodel mask over there in the Chinese mask case?
Not often, but sometimes.
It's like 30 years old, so if you ever do eat it, you should probably nuke it in the microwave.
That's wonderful advice.
I wonder how long you'd have to heat it for.
For several minutes.
Whoa, don't make it too long. It might melt in there and make a huge mess.
And there will be some, but not a lot.
I guess you're right.
We should take time out for a musical interlude that all of us can enjoy.
Wow, I love this song. Do you guys just stop for a musical interlude often?
We care about this institution.
I think that's swell. I bet you justices dance here all the time.
I would say you will be surprised.
What do you do if you're slow dancing with, say, John Roberts and the song ends?
We look at each other, shake hands, and it's a way of saying we're all in this together.
Do you ever really hit it off and then meet at Chili's or Longhorn or something?
When it's over, and you don't look back.
But I was talking to ex-Justice David Souter earlier, and he said he asked you to go to Chuck E. Cheese with him. He thought you would have a lot of fun together.
He thought the feeling was reciprocated.
Ouch, stiff arm. I bet you learned that from your Redskins day.
It comes from the public cafeteria.
Trivia question. When did Michael Jackson first do the moonwalk?
He started that in 1988.
Did you say 1988?
Am I right?
Ding ding ding, you got it.
The public wouldn't know that.
No, they wouldn't, unless they were just obsessed with Michael Jackson.
So
Let's go over here to this picture. Whoa! Now who is this?
that is my husband of 55 years, Martin David Ginsburg.
This is your husband?
Yes,
He is a hunk of bacon.
Martin is much in demand at the quarterly lunches that the Supreme Court spouses have.
I'll bet he is. Hey, do you think I could join you guys for lunch someday?
Just for the justices' spouses.
Figures. Well, it was great talking to you. I really appreciate your time.
Bring the noise.
Hey, here comes Catherine.
Hey guys, I brought David.
Your pet's a sand dollar?
Yeah, isn't it cool?
What's that on it?
It's his bathrobe. He doesn't like it, but I think it's really cute. You know what else is cute? Sometimes at night when he misses the ocean, he curls up on my bed with me. Don't you, David?
This is weird.
It's not as weird as that time that she collected those old buttermilks.
That was like 2 hours ago.
Still, it's getting better. We should encourage her. That was a great interview with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Catherine.
Thanks.
You weren't even really there, were you?
No.
Okay, let's move on to today's Rifflick.
Yes! David loves Rifflicks. Don't you, David?
Actually, today we have a very special treat. 2 Rifflicks. The first is called Safety with Animals, and the second is called Why Doesn't Kathy Eat Breakfast? Now the first one sort of randomly ends in the middle, but just deal with it.
Yeah, and it may not seem like the second one has anything to do with the first one, but it does.
Hey, can David riff with us?
Sure.
I am Grover, and I do not want to see the monster at the end of this movie.
Animals need to learn safety too.
Rover, put down those matches.
Fifi, stop licking that electrical outlet.
Barfy, don't taunt those bloods.
You just put your glass down on David!
I thought it was a coaster. It's okay. It's okay. I've got some glue.
Maybe.
Learning to be around animals
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
opens the door to much that is fun and rewarding.
Like falling down a cliff.
Life on Mars is hard.
If we understand an animal, we aren't afraid of it.
Tell that to Siegfried and Roy.
Knowledge and skill are the keys to safety around animals. To get a close look at a wild bird or animal is a rare experience.
Bird or animal?
Birds aren't
Wild
animals?
I think they're
such
plants.
as foxes are dangerous unless we try to touch or to catch them.
As long as we just mock and patronize them, they really don't care.
Only
Dang,
occasional
Splinter
wild
won't come
animals
out.
will try to hurt anyone if not cornered.
Who are you looking
Sometimes
at?
an owl will attack anything it sees moving.
Like Tiger Woods.
So
And
how many
big
licks does it
owls,
take to get to the center of a
it is best
Tootsie
to
Pop?
watch quietly and from a distance. Bears, even young cubs that look so cute, may bite and claw just out of meanness.
Bears tend to be demonically possessed.
So do some raccoons. And they also may carry diseases.
Like cancer.
So do squirrels and other wild rodents. Many sicknesses
Like
can come
alcoholism.
from handling them. In fact,
He's ripping through my stomach.
are those that have been bred and raised for pets or for laboratory work.
Like washing the beakers.
A few wild animals are poisonous.
Like these rocks.
This scorpion has a poison sac near a stinger in his tail.
Ugh.
Gross.
This is a very close view of a poisonous spider.
That's
A
so
black
cool.
widow.
I'm getting me
With
one
a
of those.
characteristic marking on the underside of the body.
Let me guess, it's a poisonous snake.
This snake is poisonous.
Yes!
Nice.
4 types of poisonous snakes are found in North
The
America.
slightly poisonous, the somewhat poisonous,
And
the
this
very
is a
poisonous,
poisonous
and the
lizard.
oh snap, I'm so
A
dead
Gila
poisonous.
monster. Yet, if you know them,
They're really
most
nice
kinds
people.
of wild lizards are safe to handle and make into pets.
Only if you know them. Don't
Experts
talk to
say
strange
reptiles
lizards.
Are the only
Girl's a
wild
little young to
animals
be
you can
married,
take
isn't she?
young
This
and
must be
raise
New Mexico
and
or
keep
West
safely.
Virginia.
Reptiles are not
Rectals.
often disease
Reptiles.
I'm not sure which is
and they
worse.
don't turn mean suddenly when they mature,
Unlike Mel
as most
Gibson.
wild mammals do. Some snakes are safe to handle and make into pets, if you know how to approach them, how to pick them up,
Hey, beautiful, can I have your number?
and how to hold them. With these few exceptions, wild animals are
Look,
best
Daddy, I
enjoyed
got a new
by
fan
watching,
belt for the El
not
Camino.
handling. Just as with wild animals, when around strange domestic animals, it is wise to watch from a safe distance. Most accidents happen when you startle or try to handle animals you don't know.
Or when you fall
Horses
butt
can
backwards
be
off a
dangerous.
fence and shatter your
They
cocket.
can step on you, or bite you,
Or suffocate you when you're asleep.
yet...
Daddy,
those
old
who
Nellie
know
bit the
how to
hiney out of my
handle horses
pants.
I went to
can
find
be
a bigger
around
hat,
these
but
big
I couldn't
animals
find
without
one.
being hurt. For those who don't know
Here,
how to
Big
handle
Red,
them,
I'll get the
it
crusted
is best
mucus
to be
off your
cautious.
nose for ya.
This horse is gentle and accustomed to children. But for some reason,
He rips the
he
intestines
doesn't
out of
like
adults.
this boy's petting. Watch how he tries to get the boy to stop. The boy doesn't understand what the horse is trying to do. Pulling
Duh.
on the reins and trying to get the horse's head down to be petted is a form of teasing.
Reminds me of middle school.
And teasing animals often leads to accidents.
Like wetting your pants.
Is anyone else worried about this kid having his face torn off?
Excited
I've just been
animals
waiting
are
for it.
dangerous. Persons who know how to handle a horse well
Are not
can
in
do
this
all
film.
sorts of things without bothering it. Anyone skilled in handling an animal can usually do it quietly and gently, helping keep the animal calm.
Yeah, I guess I could afford to lose a few
As
pounds.
a beginner around animals, this boy has one advantage.
A barbecue
He is not
sandwich.
afraid. This helps, for fear excites animals. Good riders aren't afraid.
Ever? Of
And they
anything?
know just what their horses are doing.
They hire private
When
investigators.
around animals, it is
A
good to
young
watch
Ivan
them
Pavlov
so as to
eats
know
and
when
observes.
trouble begins. This dog wants food, not petting. If the boy were to turn away now, the dog would leave. There would be no trouble if the boy watched and understood what the dog is doing.
Then he might still have both arms
Good
to
riders
this day.
even know which foot is leading on their horses. Not watching
By the
and
power of
understanding
Grayskull.
can lead to trouble, and trouble usually grows.
Unless you use new liquid trouble
Either
kill.
dog could knock the boy down by jumping up on him.
Both working together cooperatively could also take his wallet
To
and
know
car
what an
keys.
animal will do, you
Use
must watch it.
ESP.
Watch its eyes and its movements.
Shake that booty!
These are better clues than sounds it makes. It is much harder to calm an animal that is excited than to keep it from getting excited in the first place.
Confucius say.
This is true of cats. This one is calm and lets the boy approach. It seems to tolerate being petted.
But it won't tolerate
and particularly
discrimination.
enjoys being scratched behind its ears. Many animals like this.
Except oysters.
The boy and cat seem to be making friends.
But as with all cats,
But
it's a
when the boy
one-way
begins to
relationship.
pull at the cat's paw, see what happens. Excites an animal, and many animals, if teased, will fight back.
Except oysters.
Goofus antagonizes the cat.
Exciting animals, by teasing them, can make many of them dangerous. Even a puppy.
Welcome to the Michael Vick Nursery
When this boy
School.
tries to hold the puppy and grabs its skin, the puppy begins to get excited.
Why is the little girl dressed like Hot Lips from
And
MASH?
fights back.
Whoa!
Once angry,
Ow, that had
the
to
puppy
hurt.
strikes out even at the girl who hasn't teased it, as if to say, "Don't you bother me too."
Maybe the dog's just angry that he's wearing a
When the
hairnet.
boy slaps the puppy, it turns on him again. Without meaning to, the boy has started a big fight with a puppy.
Just like his dad
Once
does
an
with his
animal
mom
is
every
excited,
time they have
it's
friends
part of the
over.
match. Teasing animals almost always makes them excited and angry, and a large, excited animal is not safe to be near.
Just ask Stedman.
That ended rather abruptly.
They stopped the cameras once the dog bit out the kid's kidney.
Teasing animals may result in awkward transition between films.
Bruce Lee!
How could you sleep without
The
racket?
alarm would almost be a relief.
If she wakes up and finds a camera in her room, she's gonna freak out. Ah!
This movie's gonna be so cheesy.
Good one.
They'll probably milk it for all it's worth.
They're gonna butter us up real good, I bet. Oh yeah.
Nice poster of your last family reunion over there, Catherine.
Thanks.
Kathy. Hi.
Hi.
Is it okay if we ask questions?
Shouldn't you start with, is it okay if we film you getting out of bed?
Well, we hear that you never eat breakfast. Is it true?
Or false? Or multiple choice?
How come? Is it that you're not getting the kind of cereal you want?
Wait a minute. Oatmeal is not cereal.
No, but it makes that milk look good.
No? Maybe you're missing some of the fruit you'd like.
Man, enough with the half and half. I'm starving.
What about some bacon and eggs?
What about a smashed raw egg placed on a weird pedestal?
Kathy, what's wrong with you? That looks awesome.
Man,
about
what a hot shot.
Yes!
No, huh?
No!
She's brushing her teeth with her hairbrush.
Better than flossing your hair.
I bet
In
you're
some
getting tired
cultures.
of the usual breakfast fare. You want something different.
Oh,
Oh, this is the
yeah.
greatest movie of all time.
Until now.
Dog food and onion on rice. Powdered tacos.
None of those appeal to you, huh?
I hope she doesn't go to turn on the light and accidentally
What if
electrocute
you could
herself.
have anything you want?
Cake sandwich.
Come into the apple pie. Headspin.
She's going bowling!
You're making me sick.
Okay. So it's not the kind of food. Maybe you have some family problem.
Like hemophilia.
That's it, isn't it? You have a mother.
Ah!
You know how much time it takes me to make breakfast.
Wouldn't want to get in
I
a
get
cage
up
fight with
early
her.
just to be sure you'll have the right food. My mother's not home right now. She's gone to work already.
Oh, I guess she's going for a
Okay.
swim before school.
Some other problem. Your brothers and sisters, they fight at the table.
Here, catch my kidney stone.
Makes you upset.
I don't have any brothers or sisters.
My mother abandoned them all.
What is it?
Who cares why she doesn't eat?
Could it be that you just don't have food? Your dad is gone and your mother works to make ends meet and all you have in the kitchen are a few
Ketchup
pieces of bread.
sandwich.
Gross.
Wow, it's worse than we thought.
Oh, dip.
Good one, Catherine.
Even from behind, I can tell that's
Well,
Skippy.
then it's not a matter of
She
money.
mugged a snowman for that hat.
What is it, Kathy?
I got a colectomy.
Who cares?
Okay.
What's a projector?
So what do you think? Why doesn't Kathy eat breakfast?
I think it's because she's uncomfortable eating in front of a camera.
I think it's because all the food is poisoned.
Does David eat breakfast?
Of course, every day.
What does a sand dollar eat?
Grits. Duh.
Duh, indeed. Well, in today's mini-movie, we thought it would be helpful to take a look at the issues raised by our Rifflicks from every possible angle.
So we decided to combine safety with animals, and why doesn't Kathy eat breakfast?
So here they are, safety with breakfast, and why doesn't Kathy eat animals?
Learning to be around breakfast safely opens the door to much that is fun and rewarding. If we understand breakfast, we aren't afraid of it. Knowledge and skill are the keys to safety around breakfasts. Being around scrambled eggs and seeing them up close is a rare experience. Few breakfast foods, when left alone, are dangerous. It is only when meddled with by humans that they lash out at them and attempt to maim. This boy is taunting his scrambled eggs as he eats breakfast. He is trash-talking them because he believes his intellect, sentience, and ability to manipulate instruments makes him far superior to the cooked, lifeless chicken ovum. The scrambled eggs, however, become annoyed at this boy's invective. There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and the eggs believe the boy has crossed it. Without warning, the eggs turn on the boy and attack his most vulnerable area, his eyes. He won't soon forget this lesson. Sometimes bacon will attack anything it sees moving, and with Gwaltney bacon, it is best to watch quietly and from a distance. This girl does not obey this warning, and she is about to pay for the bacon's capriciousness, and pay dearly. Pop-Tarts, even frosted Pop-Tarts, which look so cute, may bite and claw, just out of meanness. Some breakfast foods, such as cereal, are dangerous in other ways. They cause serious damage to the central nervous system or to the body's autoimmune system, essentially making the human body attack itself. And they may also carry diseases. Fruity Pebbles is the source of an invidious skin disease known as Fruity Pox. And King Vitaman has been known to cause multiple skin lesions called King Vitacysts. Orange juice, if not handled carefully, can spit virulent folic acid at its predators. This toast is poisonous. There are 4 types of poisonous toasts in North America: the anthrax jelly, the strychnine butter, the arsenic margarine, and the plain poisonous. And this is a poisonous juice box.
I'm Clutch Cargo. I think this ridiculous little movie has gone on long enough. In my career, I've battled wild cheetahs, poisonous pythons, desperate pirates, Arabs, lightning, poisonous quicksand, radioactive tornadoes, Lawrence Taylor, and even rabid coleslaw. But never have I come across anything more dreadful than that last mini-movie. It gives the word ridiculous a new meaning. Absurd. Now my suggestion to the powers that be is this. Get on with the next film. And if it's no better than this one, do all of us a favor and go drink hot gas. Thank you.
Kathy?
Kathy? Hi. Is it okay if we ask questions? Well, we hear that you never eat animals. Is it true? How come? Is it that you're not getting the cut of steak that you want? No? Maybe you're missing some of the fat that you'd like. What about some fatback? What about some... No, huh? Oh, I know. I bet you're getting tired of the usual animal fare. You want something different. None of those appeal to you, huh? What if you could have anything you want?
You're making me sick!
Okay. So it's not the kind of animal. Maybe you have some kind of family problem. That's it, isn't it? You have a mother who...
Kathy, you know how much time it takes me to kill and cook a llama? I get up early just to be sure you have the right food.
My mother's not home right now. She's in prison.
Okay, some other problem. Your brothers and sisters. They fight at the table.
Hey, give me back my steak tartare!
It makes you upset.
I don't have any brothers or sisters. Not anymore.
Well then, what is it? Could it be that you just don't have any animals? Your dad is a vegan? And your mother works as a pharmaceutical research technician? And all you have in the kitchen are a few leftover specimens from a research? Well then, it's not a matter of not having any animals. What is it, Kathy?
Do you know I found that completely disgusting? A moment ago I suggested that if you couldn't do any better with your second feature than with your first, then you should chug hot gas. I am now ready to... What's that? You want to try again? I will probably regret this, but... Oh, all right, go ahead. Hold it, stop it, cut it right there. That was an extremely poor taste. Are you going to do it? Are you going to drink hot gas? I'm going to wait right here until you do. Just drop dead.
I think Clutch Cargo is right. That mini-movie was messed up.
But you know, despite that, I still think there is a lesson in everything we saw today.
Let's discuss what we learned. We learned that animals are fun to handle as long as we understand them.
And we learned that when people don't behave the way others usually do, like eating breakfast every morning, we should try to understand them better instead of making fun of them for being weird.
Take your typical bully, for example. He lurks around school looking for someone weaker than he is. Usually he wants someone that might be nerdier or not as athletic, someone a little different to pick on. If he would try to understand people who aren't like him and show them kindness instead of making their lives miserable, he would probably be a lot happier.
And we know everyone else would be happier.
When we try to understand others, it takes the focus off ourselves and puts others first, which is the way it should be.
We should strive to understand one another better. We shouldn't make fun of others simply because they walk funny or talk funny.
Or because they're a different color or come from a different place.
Or because they're smarter than you are. Or not as smart.
Or because they don't wear the most popular clothes or have expensive things.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. Instead of putting others down, try to understand them. Take a walk in their shoes.
When you do this, you find that people aren't much different than you are on the inside. And when you really get to know someone, you'll treat him with the respect and compassion that you yourself would like to have. Well, I understand you a lot better now, Catherine, and I appreciate the fact that you care so much about an innocent little sand dollar that you made him your pet.
You mean David? To tell you the truth, I think he died 3 weeks ago. It's hard to tell the difference between a live sand dollar and one that's already conked out.
What are you gonna do with him?
Bury him at sea, I guess.
What about his robe?
I think I'll keep it. I'm getting a pet Wolverine. Maybe he can wear it.
Maybe. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, can you do my homework for me?
No, it wouldn't be right.
Well, can you at least try?